Now, the final deal reached at the climate summit has received mixed reactions from the international community. The change was met with dismay by the rich economies of the European Union as well as the Marshall Islands, one of the small Pacific Island states whose existence is under threat from the rising sea levels. But all said they would let it stand for the sake of an overall agreement.
On behalf of the Marshall Islands, I wish to read into the record our profound disappointment with the change in the language on coal from phase out to phase down. I ask that this be reflected in the report of this meeting. This commitment on coal had been a bright spot in this package. It was one of the things we were hoping to carry out of here and back home with pride, and it hurts deeply to see that bright spot dim. We accept this change with the greatest reluctance.
As far as I'm concerned, it is a failure. Absolute failure. There may be other good things in it. I don't care.
Fiji also said it was dissatisfied. The fund they had called for had not been created and said the deal reached a compromised position.
A small island developing state, we're happy with the very strong words on, or text on oceans. We're quite happy about that. We're also happy about the fact that there's stronger language around 1.5 degrees. And we have a position on loss and damage. Obviously, we want a stronger language on loss and damage, but we reached a compromised position.
And Maldives' Environment Minister told delegates timetables tackling climate change will be too late for the island nation. Listen in.
It will be too late for the Maldives. For some, loss and damage may be the beginning of conversation and dialogue, but for us, this is a matter of survival. So while we recognize the foundations that this outcome provides, please do us the courtesy to acknowledge that it does not bring hope to our hearts, but serves as yet another conversation where we put our homes on the line, while those who have other options decide how quickly they want to act, save those who don't.
Now, China's negotiator told the plenary that the current draft of the deal is not perfect, but that his team has no intention to reopen it.
我们最大的成功就是共同达成了第6条，我们可以共同努力，启动巴黎协定的全面平衡的落实，这是我们共同的努力的结果。
Others, including Denmark, were more positive about this deal, spelling out that little progress was better than none at all.
I think it's fair to say that we did keep 1.5 alive. It's also worth remembering that if this hadn't succeeded, then it would have been a catastrophe, because then we wouldn't have revisited NDCs until 2025.
I think for the Africa team, we got about 60% what we hoped. We have an ambitious adaptation program moving forward. We've made progress on finance. We've made a little bit of progress on loss and damage.
And climate change activist Greta Thunberg had urged leaders to do more to avert the catastrophic effects of climate change and repeatedly labelled the talks as a failure. Post the conference, she tweeted, I'm quoting here, the COP26 is over, here's a brief summary, blah, blah, blah. But the real work continues outside these halls, and we will never give up, ever. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.